Hello guys, how are you? I hope you are doing well and spending some quality time with your family, kids, and your beloveds. Okay. So today I'm going to interrupt during summer vacation because I have to share a very important document with you, which has been published on the TLS site by the Ministry of Education. And I found the few of the contents you must know. So here are the few contents, okay? That what exactly you have to do when you are getting the license, okay? And your license can be suspended, your license can be withdrawn, okay? And what are your responsibilities? So these responsibilities are not for the teachers, okay? It's for all the staff, all the family member of the institute or the schools, either teacher, librarian, or any other professions which has been mentioned in the professions license. And even a school, okay? So what are your responsibilities? What are the school's responsibilities? And what are the other institutions from whom you are going to join, okay? So there are the few things I must share, okay? So let me share first the content which I am going to discuss in this video today. But if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to Teaching and Learning, press the bell icon button that you can get notified, and press the like. Your comments will be highly appreciated. The first thing I wanted to share with you in this video, that which is the authorized training center in the UAE, or how many authorized centers are there? Because this is the big question mark. And there are many centers or training centers, they claim that we are authorized, okay? But what is Ministry of Education statement in this regard, okay? What if you want to resign and join another organizations? What are your responsibilities? Okay? This is the most important thing you should know, because every year hundreds of the teachers, or I can say thousands of the teachers, they are shuffling from one organization to another organization, okay? What are your responsibilities in order to abide the rules and regulations for the teaching license? What if there's a violations, and what are the violations, okay? So you should know that, okay, and be careful about that. Your license may be suspended, your license can be withdrawn. So you should know your responsibility, and in case it happened, what you have to do. So stay connected, don't skip the video, because this is going to be very important for that. Sorry, teacher code of conduct, the school leadership code of conduct, other professions code of conduct. But these things, I'll suggest you or recommend you that there's documents that you can go through it and check what exactly you have to do in the sense of the code of conduct for all other professions, okay? Professional license can be withdrawn. What are these terms and conditions, and how you can avoid this suspension? School leadership should report on preacher if there's any violation, and if there's any misconduct or against the code of ethics. What is the school's responsibility, which has been strictly mentioned that the institute has to inform the professional licensing authority. Then there will be investigation, and after investigation of the violation, and who has to conduct this investigation committee, and what happens after the investigation. So stay connected with me. I'm going to share these all things with you, and please share this video as much as you can, and that every teacher can be saved and be informed. So this is our really social responsibility. This you can say as a sadaqah or whatever you want, okay? So just help others to share this information with your colleagues and friends. They might not be aware about this information. If you want to read the complete this manual, updated manual, which has been published by the Ministry of Education. So I can share with you in the description, link in the description, or you can go into the TLS website. Okay. So let's go to the screen. I'm going to share the screen. So first here are the training centers for the professional licensing support. Emirates College for Advanced Education is the only body licensed by the Ministry of Education to apply the training program related to the licensing process for educational profession in the education sector, in addition to Sharjah Education Academy. This is the one point. Second thing, submitting a resignation and moving to general education institutions. If you are moving to another institutions, what exactly you have to do. So here, the professional license considered privately owned by its holder, teacher, profession, or another leadership forum, and that's why it shall not expire. If the worker submits his or her resignation and moves to work for another educational institution or body, nevertheless, she must observe the professional licensing terms and conditions adopted in the place she desired to work for and work in a field that conforms with the professional license she obtained. Terms of specialization and teaching license, moreover, she must update their professional data in the licensing system. So if you want to change your institute, you should mention and update your existing employer. Responsibility and violation. This chapter is prepared to cover the series of regulations and procedure designed for the violation of educational professions in general education. First, observe and supervise compliance of teachers and other professions in the education sector with licensing requirement. So there's the other points you should follow. The general education institution is supervised and controlled by MOE. Determine which level to adhere and to comply with the terms and condition, regulation, and standards set in the document. So they have this compliance, they may divided into the different departments. So it depends what type of the complaint it is, what type of the violation is. So that will be reported accordingly. So it is also mentioned in the document I'll be sharing with you. So stay connected, and I will be telling you the procedure and how complaint, what is the process of this violation and how investigation conducted. So I'll be telling you the complete process. Teacher Code of Ethics, I'm not going to read. You can go through it. School Leadership Code of Ethics. Other educational professions Code of Ethics. So I recommend you kindly go these Code of Ethics while you are working in the organizations. This is your social responsibility, moral responsibility, as well as, you know, it's a conduct from the Ministry of Education that schools family should follow the Code of Ethics in order to create a sustainable environment for your students, which can raise the student attainment and progress, because you are the role model for the kids, and you are the one of the main a stakeholder of the community. So your manifesto should be, or semblance should be effective and very adaptable for others. So I'll suggest you go to these Code of Conduct. Now here is the professional license withdrawal. Your license can be suspended. This is really shocking news. So you have to be very careful for that. What conditions can be applied, in which cases your license can be suspended? If the educational professional is inefficient at the professional level and fails to pass his or evaluation process after completing all procedure followed in such respect. When you fill the form online, you enter the data. Please be careful, make sure that all the data is correct, and make sure your field subject, your specialization is correct. So check all these things. What is your last degree? What you are going to apply and what you are going to teach. So for example, if you are a math teacher and you are teaching the business into the classroom, that's something different. This is called the violation. Your specialization is something different, and your practices are something different. So you have to be very careful for them. If the license holder obtains it through legal means, any legal means, fake or something you bought or you paid, okay, listen. And the education professional is dismissed under a resolution related and to administer breach or core of judgment. If you are doing any misconduct or misuse of this documents or this education professions, that can be also the cause of suspension. If the license holder owns a professional license, cancel or suspend by the country issuing the license other than the UAE. As you know that in my previous video, even in this manual, it's a mention that what are the other countries' licenses that are useful in the UAE and they are applicable in the UAE. And if it has been cancelled and you are going to show that it has been renewed or something like that, this is also kind of the breach or misconduct. If there's a proven case of fraud in the test or taking or cheating or something like that, okay, and it has been proved, that's it. If the worker forged any document to obtain a renewed professional license, if there's a proven case of ethical and behavior violation that caused damage in an educational profession. So you have to be very careful while you are on the floor. So if there's any violation, if there isn't, because once you are specialized, when you have has been licensed, okay, that means you have the responsibility of ethics and behavior. So any misconduct on the floor may cause your license cancellation. School leadership ad hoc. What happens if there's any case of this type of the case? What a school has to or leadership has to do? Leadership has to notify to the Ministry of Education by informing this breach, okay, and standards for the education sector worker through report system. It's a blog available on the Ministry of Education e-portal services that they have to inform that this happened to you. So there's a complete procedure. Submit the report with the evidences, okay, and standard approved for the general profession does not comply with the core of ethics and professional conduct for the general profession. So if the license behavior is improper and inconsistent with the behavior standard approved, that can be cause of that. The link here it is, and you can go through the manual for the complaint. Now, what is the procedure for that? The competent team of the professional licensing department receives the complaint and investigate all the reports accordingly. Then the complaint is nullified if it is not based on the valid grounds recommended, taking no other action or investigation in it, and complaint will be notified of that. The complaint arising from school policy matters and administration process are not generally investigated by the licensing body and must be referred to the administration of concerned educational institution. So first, they have to go to the which authority is dealing the these complaints. Okay, so schools cannot directly go through, but there's an authority licensing. Okay, you have to report for them to the concerned department, and then there will be the process of the investigation. Who will be investigating? There's a violation committee. There's a committee, and that will be looking after that matter and taking care of all these things in order to give a solution or give any kind of the fine or punishment, or they may be temporarily suspend your work as well. The violation committee, the competent team in other educational body, receive the referral request of the education sector worker in accordance with the human resources procedure followed and related electronic and digital system. So HR is going to be informed these clarifying that what is exactly the violation, The worker referred to the committee and submit. So it means HR has to provide all the data, designations, how much salary is getting, and what he or she has done, what is the certification, so every single data will be shared with him. The worker referred to the committee is summoned for investigation in accordance with the human resource, followed by approved electronic, and then notice sent to the educational profession refers to charge raised against him or her against session places and date 3 days at least before the specified date. Such notice is sent via the email, fax, email, or any other available means. If the educational profession fails to appear before the violation committee, the competent team in other educational body, he or she will be notified once more and other date will be specified to appear before. So means there will be another hearing. If it's can't prove in the one and first hearing, then there will be other hearing for that. That provided such notice sent one day at least, a date is specified for the second session. If the employee fails to appear before the violations committee, the competent team in other educational body after the second notice, the committee may investigate the matter in his or her absence. So means if you do not want to go there, then they don't care about you. They will investigate by themselves. So investigation process, the violation committee, the competent team and other educational bodies must review the paper, know about the related matters from the paper, and make sure the investigation of such referred violations lies within the competence. Upon starting investigation, the chairman of violation committee or the competent team in the other educational body must read out at the education sector worker referred to investigation all facts raised against him or clearly and inform him or the evidence that prove him condemned of such violations so that he/she could defend himself or herself and submit any document he/she has supported the defense. So means teacher or any other profession has a complete authority and has been given the enough time to prove that you are not a guilty. All statements of the workers are written down and signed by him or her. In the case of the abstain, and from signing, the chairman of the committee shall write this down. The chairman of the committee, the competent team, and the other education body disclose to the referred workers all the papers related to the violation. What happens after the investigation? After investigations, the committee resolutions are unanimously issued and approved by its chairman, and in case of equality of votes, the chairman will give the casting vote provided the resolution is based on sound grounds and proportionate to the fact proven against the education referred to the investigation. The employee is notified of the penalty resolution issued against him. So within 3 business working days from its issue date, he/she signed the resolution notice upon the receiving it an organization unit which has been belonged to. The president of the federal entity, the competent team in the other education body or whoever is deputized by him or advised by violation committee, suspend the violation employee provisionally from work and withhold half of his or her salary until the end of the investigation. Got it? So be careful. If this is believed to be in the interest of the investigation, if the employee is proven innocent, the investigation is closed with him or her receive a warning letter, he/she will be paid the part of the withheld from his salary in case of imposing a more severe punishment against him or her. The violation committee shall decide whether to pay him or not remaining part of the salary. So your hands are patted down. So you have to be very careful while you're on the floor. So if the violation committee, the competent team in the whole education body believes that it's committed by the employee involves a financial breach, it has to refer the matter the president of the federal entity and decides whether the refer matter is a financial unit or he/she works or not. Again, if the action is committed by the worker is criminal offense, violation committee advised the president by the entity he/she works to refer the public prosecution. The worker's referral to the criminal investigation does not exempt him or her from the incurring administrative penalty that may be imposed against him unless resolving the disciplinary violation depends on the resolving the criminal offense. If the violation committee, the competent team in the other education body believes that the educational profession should be dismissed from the service for facts proven against him, it can be. So this is the very serious, and you have to be very careful for this. License suspension and its holder's temporary suspension. So the license holder is temporarily suspended from work and the license is suspended in any of the following. If resolution is issued as I advised by violation committee team, education body to suspend him or her work, they can hold your salary until the investigation complete. If she suspended from work and payment of his salary is suspended, referral to the court for committing a criminal offense. Final court judgment will be issued. If she suspended from work and prevented from receiving her salary upon going to prison is an execution of court judgment in a civil case. If she suspended from work upon filling a case against the ministry until a final court judgment is issued in the case of filled by him or her. In any other suspension case that may occur is execution of the decree of law number 11 of 2008 on the human resources in the federal government. So these are the things you have to be careful. I'll suggest you have to go all these through documents. There the procedure that how the procedures can go. These are the chapter. I'm going to share you the cycle for that. Here it is. This is illustration of the violation process and grievance and objection. So in your free time, you can go that how your file is processed accordingly. That you can process there the e-services and then, so this flow chart will help you. So guys, I hope this video will be useful for you, but I must request, please share this video with your friends, colleagues, and other professionals. And this is what exactly teaching and learning purpose to benefit others and whatever the information we have. So sometimes we see the information, but we don't consider, we take lightly. But this information is really important and very serious issue. So I will recommend to you, I will suggest to you, please, read it again, go through this manual and procedure, which is published on April. The link is in the description. Thank you so much. Again, don't forget to subscribe. If you want more videos, please press the bell icon button. And don't forget to like in this video. Your comments will be highly appreciated. We'll be meeting in the next lesson with a new topic and a new theme. Till that, stay blessed and have a fun.